Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in Buddhism. The topic is letting go. So, in in most of the sermons, we can hear the preachers are talking about let go. So today we're going to discuss what will happen. What will happen if we don't let go? So why do we have to let go? Okay, so the opposite side of this letting go is being attached to that. So then let's talk about this being attached to that. So what's going to happen? Uh, we will talk about a few examples to get a good understanding about why we have to let go. Okay, example one. So let's say there is a girl called Amanda. She wanted to buy a mobile phone. She bought a mobile phone. So as soon as she bought the phone, from that very moment onwards, there are many things in her mind, right? So she's worrying about if somebody's going to steal the phone, or brother's going to scratch the phone, or something happened to the screen, so she's going to put a screen guard, or so she puts another phone case to protect the phone. And there are many things uh, uh, going around her head to something may happen. Yeah. So but nothing has happened yet, but she's worrying about something may happen. So that's the first kind of suffering we get as soon as we attach to that. So the second type of suffering is, let's say that when she comes home, and when she tries to get the key of her bag to open the door, then suddenly the phone falls, and then as a result of that, the screen scratched. So now she got another type of suffering because the damage has happened. So the screen's been scratched. So because of that, the damage happened. So now she got the second type of suffering. Okay, now what she has to do is she has to rectify it. So either she can go back to the shop, and then she can claim it if she got the insurance, or she has to call for the phone repair person, or she should go to the shop, and then she has to spend some money for that. She has to drive back to that shop. So all of these actions, or the speaking or the thinking, all of these things which she has to do to rectify this damage is the third type of suffering. So now, because of this attachment, first type of suffering is nothing has happened, but she's worrying about something may happen. So the second type of suffering is the damage took place, and because of that, now she is very sad. The third type of suffering is, now the damage took place, so she has to work on it to rectify the damage, to get it back to the original state of the phone. So now you understand there are three types of suffering as soon as you attach to anything. Let's take another example. Let's say Mike and Michaela. There are two. It is a couple. So the boy and girl, now they start loving each other today. Yesterday they had no idea about who they are, so there's no relationships or no attachment. So whatever happens to let's say Mike, so Michaela, she doesn't worry about it. But today, now they are loving each other, so they have that attachment. So because of this reason, so if let's say if Mike doesn't answer the phone, so Michaela worries. So Michaela sends text to Mike. So nothing happened, but only the text was not read yet. So still she's worrying. So likewise, nothing has happened to Mike, but still Michaela worries something may happen. So the second thing, the type of suffering is, let's say the Mike meets with an accident. So now the damage has happened. So damage took place. So now Michaela is worrying. She's jumping up and down. So now she's very sad. Now, as a third type of suffering, what she has to do is to call ambulance, 000, 911, whatever it is. So and she has to go to hospital and then talk to the doctors and take medicines. So all of these things she has to do to rectify the damage. So likewise, now you understand, as soon as you attach to something, it may be a physical object or feeling or anything. So as soon as you attach, from that very moment onwards, you are suffering with three types of suffering. So because of that reason, if you attach to 10 things, 30 types of suffering. So more and more you attach to, more and more you get suffering from those you are attached with. So that's why in Buddhism we have to let go. So because we really don't want to take these types of suffering, this much of suffering. So just imagine how much of things we are attached to in our daily life. So we are attached to our job, our house, our car, our kids, parents, husband, wife, promotions or movies, music, food, or the millions of things we are attached to. So just put each type of suffering into each and every your attachment. So there are many more sufferings you are dealing with at the moment. So if you scrutinize that, so you will understand, oh my goodness, that's really too much. So that is the main reason we have to stay away from, we have to try to stay away from suffering. So as a result of that, what we have to do is to stay away from suffering. We have to let go the things we are attached to. But this letting go is not like that physically letting go. So this is all about the mental attachment. So once we understand this, the reality of the world, which is if you attach to anything, you have to go through all sort of these sufferings. So once you properly understand this, now you can stay away from it. So that is what is called letting go. So more and more you let go, so more and more you get released from these sufferings. So we will talk about that in detail, how we have to do, how we can do, what's the procedure, and what we have to understand before we let go. Is it something we have to do it, or that letting go happens automatically? We will talk about that in coming clips, so stay tuned. That's it for today. You have a good day. Teruan Sarnai.